Welcome everyone, where tonight we're going to finish off round number 1 of Custom Carnage 4. We got a great group of cars joining us tonight. Let's meet the first 4 that will be competing. Kicking off our show tonight will be Zip and Zeke driving Maximum Velocity. Zip and Zeke's from Hot Nuts Diecast Racing, and he's racing in the 2021 Lucid Air. Next up we have Wild Willie G from Polk County Diecast in a Camaro. Up next we got Ragin' Ricky and his Rust Belt Customs Mercedes-Benz. It's a good thing we ain't got no werewolves here at the Comitel Raceway, because they'd be in trouble here with Silver Bullet. It will be Wally Champ 73 driving Silver Bullet from New Jersey Drive Diecast. Alright, kicking off our action tonight. Up front we're going to have Zip and Zeke on the inside, Wild Willie on the out. In the back row, Ragin' Ricky on the inside, and that Silver Bullet, Wally Champ sitting on the out. And we are off with our first race of the night, as it is going to be Zip and Zeke out with that lead, as all 4 cars are now in a nice line right there. Oh, it looked like Ragin' Ricky got a little loose. Coming down here into that slingshot. Uh-oh. It looks like Wally Champ has rolled it over. Yes, he has, folks. It's going to be Zip and Zeke, Wild Willie, and Ricky. It was Zip and Zeke taking lap 1, folks. We're back up at the top of the Comitel Raceway for lap number 2. They are off. It is a good tight group coming down to that first set of turns into Crash Corner. It will be Wally Champ taking that lead as Ragin' Ricky got a little bit loose there and falls back. Coming down here into Whittle, make a run. Wally Champ still got that lead. Oh, but he's up on the side. Oh, here comes Zip and Zeke taking the win at the end, as it will be Zip and Zeke, Wally Champ, Wild Willie, and Ragin' Ricky. Let's check that finish out one more time, folks, as it was Zip and Zeke with some opportunistic driving right there at the end. Zip and Zeke taking the first 2 laps here tonight, folks, as he's looking pretty dominant. Can he do it here again? In lap number 3, they are off. It is Ragin' Ricky this time that takes that first lead. Here comes Zip and Zeke sliding into second place with all 4 cars now lined up nicely. Here, they're all having a nice smooth run here, folks. Down the Widowmaker run we go. It will be Ricky, Zeke, Wally, Willie. It will be Zip and Zeke moving on to round number 2, but who will be joining him here, folks, as all 3 of these cars are still in this thing. And here we are. It's another tight group coming down that first set of straights here, folks. It is a good tight race. Oh, looky there, Zip and Zeke gets all kinds of messed up there. Uh-oh, looks like Ragin' Ricky's now out. He rolled it there on that slingshot. It will be Willie, Wally Champ, Zip and... Here you go, folks. Here is how your final points played out for that heat. It will be Zip and Zeke and Wild Willie G moving on to round number 2. Ragin' Ricky, Wally Champ. Hate to see you guys go. You put on one heck of a show for us here tonight. Hope to see you back here real soon. Let's meet our next 4 cars competing. Kicking off our second heat of the night is the one, the only Arlo from Arlo Racing in a Hot Wheels Jackhammer. Next up, he is always flying high. It is Puff from Puff's Racing in a Jaguar I-Pace Trophy. Don't let his name fool you, folks. He knows what he's doing out there on the track. It is Budo Head. He's racing Ruby Rocket from MWAI Racing. This time it's an AMC Javelin. And once again, we're going to have teammate versus teammate. It is Misty G from Puffs Racing. She's going to be racing a Pontiac Aztec Custom. This should be another great round of racing here, folks. As up front, we're going to have Arlo on the inside, Puff on the out. In the back row, we have Budo Head on the inside, Misty G on the out. And we are off. It is Arlo's going to take that first lead there, as Budo is trying to make a move for second place. But nope, it's not going to happen this time, as Budo and Misty got a little tangled up there coming out of Armageddon Corner. Coming down here to that Widowmaker run, it looks like it will be Arlo, Puff, Budo Head, Misty G. All 4 of these cars look good in lap number 1, but it was Arlo taking that first lap. As we are back up the top end, we are off. This time it is Misty G taking that lead, as Arlo and Puff's in a real battle there for second place. It looks like Arlo's going to win it out this time, but there is no giving up there. And Puff, look at him, he's right on Arlo's tail. Coming down here to the end, it will be Misty G and Arlo, Puff, Budo Head. 2 races down, and all 3 cars are still in it. Budo Head's still in it this thing, and mathematically, but he needs to get it going right here, folks. Is what a tight group we got here coming down that first straight. It is going to be Budo Head taking the lead coming out of Crash Corner. Oh, looky there, you got Puff and Arlo all kinds of messed up. Budo Head really wants this thing. He's got a huge lead coming down here to the end, folks, as it will be Budo Head, Misty, Pup and then Arlo. Holy cow, folks, look at this. Points 9, 9, 8, 7. All 4 cars are still in this thing. This is going to be a battle. And we are off. It is another really tight group coming down that first in the crash corner. All 4 cars are still in it. They're all binging and banging and swapping paint here, folks. Look at this. As it is going to be Puff taking that lead up there. Oh, Puff gets a little bit loose. Here comes Voodoo Head taking it. And Misty G's going to stall out there. It's going to be Voodoo Head, Puff, and Arlo. All 4 of these guys wanted this thing really bad here, folks. Check them out as they are tight. Look at that. Not 1 inch given up by any car here as they are trading paint all the way through that Armageddon corner. It is Puff that finally takes the lead, but watch it down here. Widowmaker Run. They call it Widowmaker Run for a reason. He gets loose. And then here comes Voodoo Head taking that lead at the end, really taking advantage. Wow, it was 4 great cars going head to head right there, folks, as it is going to be Voodoo Head and Arlo moving on to round number 2. Puff and Misty G, both from Puff's Racing. Man, how sad both of you got eliminated in one race. I hate to see that happen. I hate to see you guys go. I hope to see you back here real soon, as they were 2 great cars. Puff, you are a class act. We really enjoyed having you here. Hope to see you back here real soon. Let's meet our next 4 cars moving on. Kicking off our 3rd group of the night is going to be Fat Dad from Fat Dad Racing in a 1988 BMW. Next up, we've got Steve Chase from Chase Family Racing in a 2003 Hot Wheels track tune. Car number 3 joining us this round is going to be Mark Pan from Grumpy Cloud Racing in a Grease Gremlin. And our last car to join us this heat will be Banjo in a shoebox. To kick us off in heat number 3 up front, we have Fat Dad on the inside, Steve Chase on the out up front. In the back row, Mark Pan on the inside and Banjo on the out. Good luck to these 4. We are off, and right off the bat, we have a fight there between Steve and Fat Dad. And it will be Fat Dad taking that lead as Steve gets a little looser on that killer straight. Fat Dad's got a huge lead coming down here. Uh-oh. It looks like we just lost somebody there. It looks like it's Banjo on that slingshot, as it will be Fat Dad, Steve, Mark. It was Fat Dad looking mighty strong there in lap number 1. Let's see if he can continue it here in lap number 2 as he moves over 1 lane. All 4 cars in a nice battle there going into turn number 1. As it will be Banjo taking that lead. Steve gets sideways up there on that killer straight, but he's back under control now. Banjo's got a huge lead here, folks, as it will be Banjo, Steve, Fat Dad, Mark. We reached the midway point in this heat, and it is Fat Dad that barely has the lead there, as Steve and Banjo is right there with him. And here we go, folks. There's another tight group coming down into that first set of turns. And it is Banjo that takes that lead. And here goes Steve sliding into second place again. Through the slingshot we go down into Widowmaker Run. It will be Banjo, Steve, Mark, Fat Dad. Final race of this heat, and it's a tight group. It's right there between Banjo, Steve, and Fat Dad. Mark is still mathematically in this thing, but he needs to get it going on right here. It is Steve that takes that early lead, and Mark is looking to make a pass there, but he cannot do it. Steve is way out front here now, guys, coming down into that slingshot. Down into Widowmaker Run we go. It will be Steve, Mark, Banjo, Fat Dad. Let's see how those points played out. It will be Steve, Chase, and Banjo moving on to round number 2, folks. As Fat Dad and Mark Pan has now been eliminated. We hate to see you guys go. Great cars, great builds. Hope to see you back here real soon. Let's get ready to meet our last 4 cars that will be competing here in round number 1. Kicking off our last heat in round number 1 is the car that qualified in first place with the best time so far this season. It is Craigster Sr. from Hot Nuts Diecast. He'll be racing Black Rat, a mod rod. Next up we have Sion Roberts from Roberts Diecast Motorsports in a Hot Wired. Next up we got Ricochet from Ruckus Racing. He'll be driving an Aero Flash. Last but definitely not least, it will be James Kirk from Fractal Panda Diecast Racing in a Goop C Fantasy. Our last group in our first round matchups is up. And up front, we're going to have Craigster Sr. on the inside, Sion Roberts on the out. In the back, we'll have Ricochet on the inside and James Kirk on the out. Good luck to these 4. And we are off. The first lead goes to Craigster Sr. with Ricochet right there on his tail. in third place. Now he moves into second, but here comes Sion trying to make a move. Doesn't make the move. No, Ricochet takes it back. Wow, what a battle for second place as it will be. Craigster Sr., Ricochet, Sion, and James. Checking out the old UFO cam here, folks. Look at this battle for second place as Ricochet moves right up there into second place, slides right up there. But look at Sion right here in that Armageddon corner, make a move, and just does take second place back for a second before Ricochet retakes it. Craigster Sr. takes lap number 1, but there was some good battling going on there. Let's see if it happens again here in lap number 2. As it is, Craigster Sr. out with that lead again. And it is James sitting there in second place, and battle right there going on again between Sion and Ricochet. Holy cow. It will be Ricochet that's going to take that lead. Can he hold on to it? Looks like he will. Coming down here to the end, it will be Craigster Sr., James, Ricochet, Sion. That was another action-packed lap of racing there, folks, as Craigster Sr. extends his lead. You got James, Kirk, Ricochet, and Sion all battling it out back there. And you got Ricochet that does take that lead. And Craigster Sr. slides in a second as James is in third, Sion's in fourth. As they're all in a nice line here, coming down here into that Widowmaker run. That looks like it will play out. It will be Ricochet, Craigster, James, Sion. It will be Craigster Sr. moving on to round number 2, but can James, Kirk, or Sion come up there and steal it away from Ricochet as they are off? And here you go. You got Sion and Ricochet battling it out one more time as it will be Sion that takes that lead. This time it's Rick and Craigster's right on her tail. Oh no, Sion rolls it there in that slingshot. That is not good. It's going to be Ricochet, Craigster Sr., James. As you all probably noticed, there was a slight scoring mix-up there in round number 1 and race number 1, but we got it fixed here in the final scoring, folks. As it will be Craigster Sr. and Ricochet moving on to round number 2. Congratulations to them both, James, Kirk, Sion, Roberts. Hate to see you guys go, but unfortunately you're not moving on. Hope to see you back here again real soon. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of another exciting conclusion to a round of racing here, folks, at the Comitel Raceway. It was really great. We'd like to thank each and every one you see here on the screen for making this channel possible, and thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Folks, remember, this world is a hard place. There's a lot of bad things going on in it. Let's try to concentrate on all the good things that we have in our lives. Let's make sure if someone's having a bad day, we give them a kind word to encourage them to make it through their day and brighten up their day a little bit. Until next time, race fans, happy racing and God bless.